My name is Ames and I am here with Sam Eggington, who is fighting for the WBC Silver middleweight title on Saturday night against Carlos Molina. We've just done the press conference. Sam, how are you feeling?
Feel good, pal. Yeah, just ready to to get it done now. We've been ready for a while, so the last week or so has just been a drag, just waiting for all this to happen. Yeah, I was ready to go.
I see the smile on the face. It kind of tells me that you look like you're ready to fight if the fight was tonight. How do you kind of like taper down in these next couple of days?
I just relax as much as possible. There's nothing left to do now. I try and build as much energy as possible, and yeah, I'm just excited.
You've bounced around the weights. You find yourself at middleweight now. How are you feeling in comparison from like your last camps to the preparation? Coming down to middleweight now.
I mean, I've been at super well, so we're up at middle now. It's not. I mean, your man's not a huge middle. If he's a middle, do you know what I mean? He's probably just a lazy light middle as much as me. So at this point, middleweight's comfy. We're enjoying it. We're full of energy. So yeah, it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, as you mentioned there, coming up to middleweight from super welter. Do you expect to, if you come through with the win, to be staying at middleweight? Will you keep your options open?
It keeps your options open, don't it? I get a win, and it guarantees me, I can do both weights, and I can get championship level at both weights, and it guarantees me, fights in the future. So yeah, I can do both. Wherever the phone rings, I can just come all over the options and go from there.
You're fighting for, as I mentioned, the WBC Silver middleweight title. How do you feel? Sorry, my question is, with the road that you've taken so far in your career, do you envision that you'd be in this position right now?
No, not really. I mean, like you heard in the press conference, at the start I started off as, to earn a bit of money, journeyman, and it snowballed from there. So all this is a bonus, I'm happy with all this. I can't go back. It's all a bonus. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm grateful. And I'm just ready to go.
What would it mean for you if you were to win that title?
It'd be a big win, pal. Yeah, it'd be a big win, and I've worked hard for it. So it mean a lot.
You're in against Carlos Molina. He's had a very interesting career. Still fighting at 37. It says he's got a lot left in the tank as well, coming into his prime. As Ali mentioned earlier, he said you're coming into your prime too. Do you expect this to be a battle of essentially youth versus experience? He's
definitely got a lot of experience. Whether he feels like he's coming into his prime, I think it's a bit crazy coming up to 40. I mean, it is what it is. He can say what he wants. He feels great. The one thing he has got is experience. We can't argue that fact. So other than that, it don't really matter. I don't watch him. I don't study him. I don't try and pick things apart. I do my camp, and as long as I do give 100% in my camp, I'm confident with going in there and picking up a win. And that's what I've done. Give everything and more in this camp. So
he's ranked within the top 10 with the WBC. Do you expect to, if you beat him, be ranked in the top 10, take that ranking from him?
Yeah, well, yeah, of course. The WBC Silver's up for grabs. So I don't know where that chucks you in the rankings, but yeah, we'll look for the WBC rankings and we'll go from there.
There's a lot of fighters in there. I mean, I think John was mentioning looking up other fights, but this could potentially put you in a position where you're not too far off from something at the world scene, or being in a big fight to maybe like eliminate to get to that position. Do you look at the fighters in and around the rankings, looking at you like Ham McGee is, Liam Williams is?
Yeah, no, I mean, not really. I mean, like I just said, boxing can change in a heartbeat. I could look at the middleweight rankings, winning this title, I could look at the middleweight rankings, the phone could ring, and it could be for super welter, so I don't plan ahead. My whole career has been opportunities, and we've took them as they've come, and it's worked out so far. I feel like you plan stuff, and it's only, it can only go wrong, once you've planned it. So yeah, I just leave it. I leave it and just go with it, and as the phone rings, like I say, we'll look it over and go from there.
You've been in really great fights to watch from a fan's perspective point of view. Do you expect to see the same sort of thing here? And with that, you've also been in fights where it's been close. Do you look to now, when you approach a fight, to try and make this a fight where it's not close, kind of, so you don't have to go through a close decision again?
Yeah, look, I don't leave anything to the judges. I've never got favours from the judges, whether I've boxed or I've gone in ladder and all that war. So yeah, I don't go for the stoppage, but if it's ever there, then 100% I'm going all out to get it. So yeah.
John also alluded to you being in the best position you are in, like you've been so far in your career. You're headlining, you're at home essentially. Do you feel that support that you're getting now?
Yeah, no, I do. I feel it. The promotion's great. The team's great. My sponsors have been unreal. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to putting a show on in front of people that believe in me and what I can do.
I know that you have the fight of the weekend in mind, but do you still have in your mind fights like you're looking at the domestic scene, like your likes of Ted Cheeseman's, Fowler's?
I mean, you do and you don't. They're all quality opposition, so of course the Ted Cheeseman rematch would be something I'd jump at straight away, because I genuinely believe I won that fight. But winning WBC Silver, it puts you at a certain category. But going back to a domestic fight probably wouldn't grant. So we'll have to see what happens.
Trying to get your thoughts as well from something in the wider perspective of boxing. We had a bit of a fallout in terms of AntiJoshua Tyson Fury. I can see the sort of look on your face there. I don't expecting the fight there, Sam. What happened? I'm not really all that into it.
Okay. Fight happens. Fight don't happen. There are a bunch of millionaires arguing about millions of pounds. I'm not in that category, so I don't try and be part of it.
With that though, it looks like, well, it seems like it could be that Fury fights Wilder for the third time. Do you expect to see anything different in the third fight?
I don't know. It's hard to say. He's got a new trainer. He's got, you can see he's boxing a bit more with the pads and so on. So it's hard to say. He's a good boxer. He was in the Olympics. He won the bronze. So he can box. Everyone knows he can punch. If he switched it up a bit, maybe the outcome's different. But for me, I see Tyson winning. But who am I?
Sam Eggington with a great opinion on boxing. I just want to get one last opinion from you on a fight coming up. It is an undisputed clash which is taking place at super lightweight. Josh Taylor, Jose Ramirez. Great to have a British interest over this side of the pond on that fight. How do you see that fight going?
To be fair, I've never watched much of Ramirez,
I hear a lot of
if anything. To be fair, so yeah, I can't really comment on it, if I'm honest. I know Josh Taylor's quality. I've watched a bit of him. I know his quality. He's southpaw. He hits hard and he can really box. So yeah, I'm rooting for him. I hope he does it. I know it's something to do with Scotland. It's like never been done, any unified Scotland champion, so I'm rooting for him. I hope he does it.
And finally, let's bring this back to you. Saturday night, Channel 5 headline the show. What can we expect from Sam Eggington? Just
normal Sam Eggington. We go in, we get the win, whether it's an all-out slugfest or points. Either way, we do it all to get the W.
All the best of the weekend, Sam. Thank you so much.